Okay, we're going to cook for you risotto now, infused with Horlicks. It'll make it lighter and fluffier. How many times do you get risotto that's stodgy and tasteless? This is a very simple risotto to make. We're going to take it stage by stage, and I'm going to show you how to make the perfect risotto every time. This dish will serve two: 50 grams of butter, half a medium onion finely diced, 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme leaves with their stalks, 1 clove of garlic finely diced, 150 grams of good proper arborio rice, 2 tablespoonfuls of Horlicks powder, 500 ml of chicken stock, 50 grams of smoked chicken cut into thin strips, 3 mushrooms that you've sliced, and to finish, a tablespoon of double cream. So, Josh, let's get the risotto going.
Okay.
If you'd kindly just melt the butter, and then it's very important that normally you'd probably sweat the onion off before you put the rice in. It doesn't work with this because it needs to absorb all the flavours. So the onion and the rice and the garlic all need to go in at exactly the same time. That way they'll just fuse into the most wonderful flavours. The Horlicks goes in a bit later and you'll see how it all comes to life. There we are. I've chopped some garlic. Thank you. Onions going in. And that's half a medium onion. And then the rice. This is arborio rice. It's very important to get good risotto rice. And that's all in at the same time. And the last thing to go in is some fresh thyme. Now, the thing is, you can spend hours taking the leaves off, and it'll drive you half mad. This way, you're just going to chop it all up. There's a bit like coriander. There's as much flavour in the stalks as there is in the leaves. So there we are. That's going to add that wonderful Italian mountain air feel to it. Right, so that's the basic risotto we have now. What we're going to do is we're going to add some Horlicks to it. We're going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of Horlicks. And this is the ingredient that'll make all the difference. It's very important to actually keep it moving all the time. You don't want it to stick, just want to keep it moving. And now we want to swell the rice with a little bit of stock so it absorbs all those flavours. But we just put it a little bit at a time and just get those grains of arborio rice to swell. So a good slurp, let it all cook out. When it becomes a lovely creamy mixture again, we're going to put in some more. And that'll take about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, it's beautiful and creamy now. The rice is really beginning to absorb. So we're going to pop in the mushrooms halfway through, stir those in, and add to the flavour. The best way to see if it's cooked or not is to use a fork. It's better than a spoon because the moisture runs through it. And what I'm looking for here is still some little crunch. I don't want it to be all soft. And that's beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is to put in the smoked chicken. Having tasted it, I feel it needs a little more pepper. I'm not going to put any salt in because the smoked chicken will add a certain saltiness to it. So I'm adding some pepper and some parsley. Parsley goes in right at the end because you want the nice pretty green. And then a slurp. Very technical expression, a slurp. But you'll know what I mean. Of double cream. That'll just finish the dish. Bring the creaminess to the surface, work with the parsley and the herbs, and just wrap all those flavours round with the wonderful malty Horlicks. Okay, that's taken about 12 minutes to get all that flavour in and get it to the absolute right consistency. It's creamy, but still with good texture. So, I'm going to pop it out in a bowl now. Look at that, that's just so lovely. Nothing stodgy about that. That's not like risotto you get in restaurants. This is proper Horlicks infused, gorgeous, fluffy risotto. So there we have it. All I'm going to do now is to finish it with a little sprinkling of parsley. And there we have Horlicks infused smoked chicken and mushroom risotto.